first day of fall arrived. And with that, you are looking at what's been a pretty decent day, maybe a little more in the way of clouds than we were expecting. That held the temperature back a couple of degrees, but still it's been a pretty nice day. So you've got the sun on its way down here as we're looking from the Lexington Financial Center. You're seeing the mix of clouds that we have out there. Looks like a little bit of a sundog right there as well. Nice contrail sitting there. So again, your sky tells you that there's a lot of stuff going on. Not a whole lot in the low levels right now, but that should make for a pretty sunset. And your sunset's special tonight, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's been dry in case you hadn't noticed. But not all dry spells are created equally. We're going to compare this one to the granddaddy of them all. Last year, we'll have that for you in a second. Late week. What's left of beta may end the dry spell for some of us. And for the weekend, summer tries to stage at least a little tiny comeback. Nothing dramatic, but a little more heat, a little more humidity. At this point, it's also looking dry. So this current dry spell that we're in, and if you haven't been watering your yard, maybe taking on some tinges of brown, we've had 9 dry days in a row, including today. And 17 out of the last 19 have been dry. But in that little 2-day interval, we got almost a month's worth of rain. So it came down hard at that point. And our average high over this span has been pretty close to normal, just a shade under 78 degrees. Compare that to this time last year. Okay, that was the ultimate in dryness. That was the flash drought from last year. On September 22nd, we were on day 26 in a row of no rain. On our way to it'll be a total of 39 days. It ended in October. The average high in that span was an amazing 91 degrees. So itty bitty dry spell, great big dry spell. So it just shows you the difference in how sometimes the weather works out. And even though we are in a dry spell over the last 30 days, we are above normal with our rain. And you can see, in fact, across areas just south of I-64, it's been a lot of rain. Not far away, we are seeing the dryness. That's the setting sun from last night. Why was that important? Because it was the sunset right before the equinox. So right there where it went down was essentially due west. Essentially, due west would be over right about there where the sun will be setting tonight. Bottom line is you can see that tonight as well. Treat it like Stonehenge. If you know a road that's east-west, watch the sun set on it tonight. A little science experiment for you. Again, if you can see it through the cloud cover that we have out there. It was cold on this, well, it was the last hours of summer. 38 this morning in Cynthiana was a cold spot. Harrisburg was at 45. Somerset was 42. Barberville dropped to 41. That's a cold beginning. As we look to this afternoon, temperatures are in the upper 60s to right around 70, so a few degrees from where we would like to be. 69 on the south side of Lexington, but we bounce back up to 70 at the Bluegrass Airport. 71 as warm as we've been all day. Light northwest wind out there. Rain chances negligible for tomorrow. Little rain comes in here on Thursday at the remnants of beta. That rain next week is with a big-time cold front. That's the remnants of beta sitting down here in Texas. You can see the rotation there. It's brought a lot of flooding. You see just these waves of rain continuing to pour into Houston. Some of the moisture is beginning to scoot our way, but a lot of that's upper-level moisture being picked up on the radar. It's not going to really reach the ground until it looks like maybe tomorrow night would be the first chance. So during the day tomorrow, what happens? We see the clouds start to increase for us. By tomorrow night into Thursday, that's when your rain chances will begin to increase. And with that, you see the forecast. Not as cool tonight. Partly cloudy, low 50s tomorrow. Partly to mostly cloudy with more clouds late in the day. We're in the mid 70s, but that's a nice day. Low 70s with rain chances on Thursday. Those end early on Friday. At this point, your weekend almost looking hot and summery.